And what's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode, brand new review of Real Housewives of Potomac season 9, episode 1. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. This is the season premiere of the new season of the Real Housewives of Potomac, and I must say that I was very excited about this. Like, we haven't talked about Housewives in general in quite some time now. Atlanta was being retooled and stuff like that. So we have not had any Housewives reviews in a while. And I'm very excited about it right now. And this episode really wasn't half bad. I was in tune with it. I was enjoying myself. I was knee deep into the TV. Like, I was really enjoying this episode. This was a very good season opening or whatever. Okay, so I will start it off by saying that. But before we get into the review itself, let me let you guys know what we got coming up on the platform. Now, tomorrow is Monday, which means that the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be returning tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you tune in to see Scotty by Nature TV giving you the real tea, Really BTV, Yacrites, and Simply Sakina, with also special guest panelists by the names of Busy Blue and Schoolboy. Make sure you guys tune in. The panel will be right here on my channel on tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is already available, is already up there. Make sure after this review, you go over there to the playlist, which is the Whether You Like It or Not playlist. Is already in there. Click on that link and make sure you guys like the video and also set your reminders because it's going to be a doozy. On Tuesday, be sure to tune in for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You know, we go live for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta every Tuesday right after the show. So make sure you guys tune in to that. And that is pretty much all that we got right about now for our church announcements. Also, let me let you guys know something. If you're brand new to the platform and you're watching me for the very first time, go ahead and click that subscribe button because we have a goal of 55K. And guess what? Your boy is only 3 subscribers away from 55K. So if you are brand new to the platform and you're watching me for the very first time, go on and click the subscribe button and get me to that 55K because I only need 3 of y'all. So get me there, okay? So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got. So let's go ahead and get into the review. We're almost at our goal for the live, which is 100 people. We're at 92. We just need 8 more folks before we get to 100. But we're gonna get to that 100. Let's go ahead and get into the review. Now, let me let you guys know. The episode starts off with the reenactment of the accident. Okay, it starts out with the reenactment of the accident, and I must say, I'm like, now Potomac is just, they're good for a good reenactment. They're good for the dramatics. They're good for all of that. And I felt like that's exactly what they were giving. They were giving dramatics. They was giving all of that. And I'm just like, you know what? I ain't even mad at it. I'm just like, Lord have mercy. They already getting the shit started all damn ready. We already getting it started. So, of course, they, did what they needed to do with the dramatics, with the reenactment, and letting us know when she got in a car accident, what happened with the car accident, all of those things, right? So then, it was talked about. We were all talking about her DUI. We were all talking about the accident, how she ran into a tree. Everybody was very outraged about it. So then we open it up with the very first scene, the first real scene, no reenactment, is Giselle. Now, Giselle is headed over to Karen's house. She wants to get Karen at the house, take her out to breakfast, and just, talk to her because she feels like, she loves Karen. And she was very shook up when she heard about the DUI and about her drinking and driving and how she ran into the tree. So she really wants to make sure that Karen is doing okay. At least is what she said. But when it comes down to Giselle, you never really know what her motives are. You never really know if she really, really wants to know if a motherfucker is really okay. Like, we really never know that. So, but that's what she said now. She said she wanted to make sure that the lady was all right. Now, that's what she said now. But like I said, Giselle is always looked at as, a starter. That's what she's always looked at as, right? So she takes her out to breakfast. They go out to breakfast. And they sit down, and then Giselle pretty much tells Karen that she was shaken up by the accident because She loves Karen. Despite everything that they've already gone through already, she loves Karen. She never wants anything to happen to Karen. Now, I will say this. As much as I think that Gizelle is a terrible person and a horrible human being and a messy ass person, because I believe all of those things, honey, I do. But I do believe that there is some part of her that really does care about Karen, because they have been friends for a very long time. Like, you don't be friends with nobody for that long period of time and you don't have no type of feeling for them. You know what I'm saying? So I do, in my heart of hearts, believe that she does care about Karen at some point in time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to the point to where she don't want nothing bad to happen to her. Like, that's what I believe. So we're going to continue on with that. So she starts asking Karen questions. And of course, we already knew that with them being on a reality show, we already knew that they was going to start with the question asking and shit like that, right? So she starts asking Karen questions, but Karen was like, it's a legal matter. It's a legal matter. There's really nothing we can discuss right now. Like, it's a legal matter. And I know that a lot of people was looking at it like, okay, and Karen already on that bullshit. Karen already making excuses. But in my honest opinion, if it, at that time, it was still kind of fresh. So it kind of was a legal matter. You know what I mean? Like, I know we all know that Karen can do things to deflect because she don't want to talk about certain things. But I do believe that this really was a legal matter that she just didn't really want to get into right then. She really couldn't talk about it because it was fresh. Like, I think they started filming like a couple of weeks after her DUI. So that's probably why she didn't want to talk about it. I can't really be mad at her about that. So after she says that it's a legal matter and that she will talk to Gizelle when she can, talk to her about it, and that, Gizelle wants to know the details, and Karen was like, well, you can read. And I'm just like, yeah, she don't want to talk about that shit. So Karen then asked Karen what's going on with her, like, is she okay, and things like that, right? So then that's when Karen says, well, me and Ray are going through some things right now. I just, that's a part of the issue. Like, me and Ray are going through things. And as much as I love him as my husband and as my man, I need for him to be there emotionally. And I feel like he's not there for me emotionally. So in so many words, she says that with all of this stuff that has gone down with her in the drunk driving and the DUI and things like that, Ray has not been there for her in an emotional standpoint. Like, he's been emotionally unavailable for her during this whole situation. And I can understand how she could feel. I mean, she could have died. She could have been the cause of somebody else dying. So, of course, she feels some kind of way about the whole situation. Like, she feels some kind of way, like, why you not there for me? Why you not holding my hand? Why you not rubbing my back, letting me know that it's going to be okay? You know what I mean? Like, why you not doing it? And I understand where she's coming from. Honestly, I get it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I understand it. She thinks that grief and her marital problems all contributed to her accident into her emotional state, because that is where she was at the time. But let's remember, Karen has had an issue with driving under the influence before. So the reason why Ray might not be there for her right now, because he probably pissed the hell off, because it's like this. Did we go through this already? Why the we going through this again? You old, girl. I might be older than you, but you old. You in your damn 60s. You know not to be drinking and driving. You know that if you're going out somewhere, you need to get you an Uber or a Lyft. Hello? I ride lifts everywhere in Atlanta. So at the end of the day, it's like, especially if I know I'm gonna drink. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's how it feels. And that's what she believes. That's probably what he thinks. Like, you already went through this already, and you want me to feel bad for you. That's probably how he's thinking. But also, she's talking about the grief that she's experiencing, like, her losing her mama and her daddy 7 months apart, and then everything that's going on with her marriage to Ray. And I don't want to diminish nobody else's experiences, right? Because who's to say that she isn't really still grieving over her parents and stuff like that? Some people, it takes some time for them to get past the pain of losing a parent. You know what I mean? But at the same time, people will look at that like Karen is doing what she always does once again, and that is using her parents as a silver bullet to get out of being held accountable. And at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of the times, as much as I love Karen, Karen needs to be held accountable. Karen needs to hold herself accountable. Karen needs to know that she was wrong for the part that she played in that damn DUI. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you hurt yourself. Yeah, you got into the accident. Yeah, you could have died, but somebody else could have died. Like, you lucky it went the way that it went instead of going a whole another way, because it could have went a whole different direction and your ass would have really been in motherfucking trouble. Let's be real, Karen. She says that after all of that stuff that she went through with her parents passing away and stuff like that, she never really took care of her own self throughout all of that. I don't see that as being completely out of bounds. I mean, sometimes people don't really take care of themselves. Some people find other ways, but that's still a way of deflection. I think that Karen has a big problem with deflecting her problems and really trying to find any way to not hold herself accountable or really deal with what's really going on. And at the end of the day, you need to deal with what's really going on, Karen. You had no business going out there drinking and driving, especially when you've already had that. Giving validity to all of the rumors that not rumors, but all of the things that Sharice has already said about your ass, even though Sharice always be looking like a drunken whale every time we see her ass. So at the end of the day, you only giving validity to the people that really didn't put you like that, who said that you was a whole drunk and that you'd be out here drinking all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? If you know you finna go out, have a couple of drinks, get drunk, girl, call a Uber or a Lyft. Don't get behind no damn wheels. That's what Ubers and Lyfts are for. If you're driving, if you don't, like, come on now. You know what I mean? So, but who's to say that she isn't really going through something emotional and that, her drinking the liquor is her way of coping with that? Not that it's an excuse, but she might just be going through the things emotionally that she said that she was going through. But it doesn't make it right that you decide to get behind the wheel and try to power a damn car when you know that you're drunk and fucked up and can barely be coherent. You know what I mean? There's nothing that can excuse that. So it is what it is. So Giselle says that she wants to get the girls together for Karen's birthday. It's gonna be like a Hatitude party. She's gonna invite all of the girls to the party and things like that. It's gonna be fun. And then Karen said, well, have you talked to any of the girls? Have you talked to anybody? She talked to Ashley. Then they start talking about Mia's new relationship with Ink and how she's really out here going around flossing this man around and stuff like that and all that. So yeah, they were all having a kiki about, not caring about Mia's current relationship with this man. All I'm gonna say is this right here: Mia is something else with herself, and she's really opening up about it. But the thing about it is, it's like everything about Mia is rehearsed, and everything about Mia comes across like it's not true. Like, it's hard for me to believe anything that goes on in Mia's life on these damn shows, because she'll do anything for a storyline and do anything for a check. And that's just how I feel about her. You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel about Mia, period. She is full of it, honey. I'm telling you, that girl right there, one thing about her, she lies. And I just don't know how far she's going to go with these lies that she tells. And speaking of Mia, she's in the next scene. So we get into Mia and Gordon. They take the children out for ice cream and things like that. And as we do know, they are no longer together, but they're still co-parenting the kids. So as the kids are going, Mia explains that Gordon has moved into the same building as her and the kids. So they're no longer together, but they live close by. So she says that her and Gordon are in a decent place at this particular moment. So while the kids are out playing in a playground, Mia and Gordon starts getting into this intense conversation in regards to their relationship and where it's been and where it's going, right? So that's when Mia says that she feels like she gave her all within their marriage. And Gordon already looking down like, no, the fuck you didn't. And she's like, so why are you looking like that? Are you trying to say that I did not give my all into the marriage? And he says, no, you could have gave way more than what you did. And so she's like, so she was like, well, why do you feel like I did not give my all in this marriage? And that's when Gordon says, well, I felt like what you could have done was separate instead of run into the arms of somebody else. And that, my friend, is the things that I say. If I'm in a relationship with you, if I'm in a marriage with you, if I'm in an entanglement with you, and you're not happy, baby, leave me. Don't sit up here and still be stringing me along like I'm your Pinocchio doll while you out here fucking the next nigga. No, leave me. Let me know you ain't happy. Let me know if I can fix the situation, or let me know if I can't fix it and you rather go on somewhere else. Because I don't have time to be playing these games with people. If I ain't happy with a motherfucker, I let their ass know I ain't happy with them. If I ain't feeling their ass, I let them know. So I feel where Gordon is coming from, because he really felt like she didn't give as much as he did. Like, he felt like you gave a lot to the marriage, but what you didn't do was keep it honest with me. You decided to leave and run over to some other man instead of just leaving me alone altogether and stuff like that. But I just feel like she was with this man for the money. I feel like this whole marriage was a whole sham, to be honest. And she joined the show just so she can have a reason to leave. Let's be real. I really feel like Mia never loved Gordon. Mia was happy and in love with the things that Gordon could do for her financially, okay? And once that was over with, she got on the show, started making her own money, started getting some notoriety about herself and things like that. And that's when she decided that, okay, I'm gonna leave your ass deuces and go to this damn DJ ass nigga down there in Atlanta, because I really don't want to be with your ass anyway. And I really feel like she was already in this nigga anyway when she was with Gordon. That's what I believe. Child, we don't care about Father Time nor Sleepy G. I cannot with T. Let's see what else is going on with that. So then that's when Mia was like, well, I know that you don't like, you don't want Jeremiah to get his hair cut by somebody else, but I really feel like you don't want Ink to take Jeremiah to the barbershop. And Gordon says that he doesn't want to. And so that's when Mia was like, well, that's a part of co-parenting. And then that's when G was like, he's not a parent, he's not his dad or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh yeah, he got some real feelings about this situation. He don't like this situation, he ain't for this situation, and he is not here for Mia trying to incorporate Ink in anything that's dealing with Jeremiah, because that's supposed to be his son. So whatever is going on with Jeremiah and his hair, Gordon wants to be the one to deal with that, okay? And I cannot be mad with him for that, all right? So then as we continue on, that's when Mia was like, Ink is coming for a DNA test when it came down to Jeremiah. He wants a DNA test. And Gordon is getting pissed off about this whole thing, because he says, do you really believe that he is Jeremiah's father and I'm not? And then that's when Mia was like, well, there's always a possibility. No, there's not always a possibility. It's only a possibility if you know that you will fucking both of them at the same time. And that's the only reason why you feel like that's a motherfucking possibility. It's simply because of the fact that you know that you were fucking that nigga while you was with Gordon. That's how you do know, okay? And at the end of the day, yeah, Mia, like, you was on some bullshit and you have really played with this man and his feelings, to be quite honest. Like, that's exactly what you've done. You played with this man, you've done all this stuff with this man, and now he ain't with that. You know what I mean? But wasn't Gordon married when he got with Mia in the first place? So if that was the case, I do think that Gordon is getting everything that he deserves at this particular point, because Gordon is getting what he deserved because he cheated on his wife with this woman, and now the same woman that he left his wife for that left him and got him thinking that the child that he been raising after all this time ain't none of his. You see how karma comes back like a damn boomerang? You need to watch what you do to people. Watch what the fuck you do to people, because you go get that shit back tenfold. Just know that. I'm speaking from experience. I remember in 2019, I was dating this dude. I was in this whole full-fledged relationship with this motherfucker. This dude cheated on me, took my money, all this stuff. And the same bitch that he left me for, that same nigga did him the same exact way he did me. And that bitch had to come back and apologize, get on his knees and apologize to my ass and beg to take me back. No, ma'am. I ain't taking you back, bitch. You better go over there with your other one, because it ain't gonna be me. That's what you left me for. You left me for a person that was just like you. Ain't that something? So at the end of the day, Gordon left his wife for somebody just like him. Okay, and that is his own problem, his own fault. Okay, and ain't nobody feeling bad for you right now. No one. No one. But we want to tell your wife, hey, though. Because that's who deserves it. So we go into Ashley. First of all, I'm still trying to understand why Ashley's still on the show. Am I the only one that's still trying to figure that part out? I'm still trying to figure out why the hell she's still here. Because at the end of the day, it's like, girl, what the fuck you here for? You know, why are you here, Ashley? Like, why the fuck are you here? Why are you trying it? Like, why the fuck you here? Because at the end of the day, girl, like, you ain't bringing nothing. You've been coasting by these last couple of seasons. You ain't been doing nothing. Michael is no longer around to carry your ass. So what are you here to do? And now you sitting up here talking about you're ready to go forward with your divorce. Girl, you ain't trying to go forward with that damn divorce. You using this damn divorce for the sake of a storyline. And we could tell just by judging by this scene, and as quick and short as it was, that means that's all you're going to be giving this entire season. You ain't going to have shit going on. Once again, I don't know why the hell they keep your damn Pennywise looking ass around. I have no idea why, but that is the reason why you still around. So it is what it is. You ain't going to have no personal story. This is what I foresee for Ashley, y'all. This is what I foresee. I think that what Ashley's going to do this entire season, because she ain't got no personal story. Once again, I just said that multiple times already. She don't got no personal story, right? So what she's probably going to do is insert herself in every dramatic situation, every single situation that's going on. Ashley is going to put herself in it. She's going to make sure that she's going to keep up all this mess. She's going to keep on picking at Karen about this damn DUI. She's going to be picking at Kierna about that scar on her head. She's going to be doing it. That's what she's going to be doing this entire damn season. She's going to be finding a reason to, pinpoint somebody else's shortcomings and let them remember. Because remember when she was in those confessionals, regardless of the fact that Karen was dead ass wrong for the DUI, of course she had to remind us that was her second DUI, because that's what she's here for. But she don't want nobody to talk about how she's sleeping with I about to call that man a predator, and that was going to be wrong. She don't want to talk about how she's sleeping with a damn nasty ass gargoyle. Had him as a husband, feeling on other men's ass. She don't want nobody to talk about that. Right? Oh, okay. So I'm over Ashley with her big head ass. Like, every time we see her, I'm going to divorce Michael. Then the next thing, I don't want to divorce Michael. Then the next thing, I ain't got no money to pay for this house that's in Michael's name. Like, girl, that's all you do. That's all you do. You ain't got nothing else going on, and you ain't gonna do shit. So, girl, I don't even know why y'all keeping her around. Are y'all keeping her around to be like, the bone carrier? Cause let me tell y'all, Ashley ain't nothing but the Sheree of Potomac. That's all she is. And I don't really think anybody would want to be the damn Sheree of Potomac, because being Sheree ain't nothing to be. I promise you it's not. So we're gonna continue on with this. We're almost at 300 people. We're halfway there, you guys. As I said already, if you're brand new to the platform, go ahead and subscribe, because we are 2 subscribers away from 55K, y'all. Let's see if I can hit 55K by the time this review is over with. Hopefully I can, but let's see. But anyway, let's continue on. So we get into Wendy. Now, Wendy and Eddie, okay? Wendy is going through all of her things. She took all of her things out of the office, all of her degrees and things like that. And, Wendy is letting us know that she has resigned from being a professor at Johns Hopkins University. And she's been wanting to resign for quite some time now. That's what she's been wanting to do. That's been something on her bucket list for quite some time. She's been wanting to, let that position go. She's been wanting to move on. And I even said this back in season 5. Now, although I wasn't like a huge Wendy fan back then, because I did not like Wendy back then, y'all. Y'all know that. I call her 4 for 4 every time. But here's the thing, y'all. I really feel like Wendy only did this doctor professor thing to appease her mama, because that's what her mother wanted. You know what I mean? Her mother wanted her to do all that. It's not because that's what she wanted. It's because that's what her mama wanted. And to be quite honest, a lot of times, you know, there are people out there that would do those things. Like they would do those things just to appease their parents because their parents are big on education and things like that. But I really believe that it's okay to make your parents proud and stuff like that and do things, you know, so that, you know, it's okay to want to make your parents proud. But I just feel like if that's something that you don't want to do, you're going to always be unhappy. And doing things just for the sake of your parents or doing things just for the sake of somebody else is always going to make you unhappy. And I really feel like Wendy was living for her parents and that shit made her miserable. And I really felt like she was miserable that entire time teaching at that university. Granted, being a professor at Johns Hopkins is an amazing feat. It really is. But it's only an amazing feat if that's something that you really want to do, right? For a long time, I remember I went to college, right? I went to college for broadcast journalism. I went to college for that. Hated school. I thought after high school I would be done, but I wanted to go to college. I wanted to show that I could go to college, get a degree, get in my field, you know, work at some news station, be a meteorologist or something like that. Like I wanted to do that. Broadcast journalism. That's what I wanted to do. But when I got to school, I wasn't feeling it. It's like I was forcing myself to do it because I wanted to make my mama proud. But when I flunked out of school, I never went the fuck back because I knew I didn't want to do it. I knew I didn't want to go to school. I knew I didn't. I did it because I wanted to make my mama proud or I wanted to show that I could do something else. But it's just like, it just wasn't for me. I felt like, okay, there's plenty of different ways where I could do what I want to do. Like, yeah, I want to be on the radio. I want to be on the news. I want to do something. I'm going to find a way to do it. And at one point in time, I actually did want to go back to school and finish up my broadcast journalism degree because I was almost done anyway. Why not? But I remember my sister telling me, you already doing what you want to do anyway by being on YouTube. What's the point of you going back to school? You already doing what you was intending on doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that could be what it is. And I am thankful to not have no more student loans. My student loans are all paid for. What is the point of me going back to school to pay more student loans? I'm just saying my student loans is done. They paid for. I'm done with that. So I said all that to say, you don't want to have to deal with something that you really don't want to deal with. And I just felt like Wendy was living for her mama. That's just basically what it felt like. And even though I didn't finish college like my sister did, you know, my sister got a degree and I didn't get one. So, even though I didn't finish off my college degree, my mama proud of me all the time. She's proud of the things that I've done here on YouTube. My mama watch my videos. My mama supports my videos. My mama be watching every single interview I do with people, even if she don't know them. Like my mama proud of me for doing this. She proud of me for moving to Atlanta. Sometimes you just got to do things for your own sake, you know. And I'm glad that Wendy made this decision to drop this weight off of her because that's what it was. She typed in her letter. She sent the email to the folks at the school. And after she sent that email, she felt this rush down because that's normally what it is. It's like a rush. You know what I mean? And that's the same way I was when I gave them my transfer papers before I moved here. It was a rush. And I could not believe I did that. And it was like one of those bittersweet moments where you are used to something and you're comfortable with it. And when you finally make a decision to change, it doesn't feel real. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is, y'all. So yes, I'm happy for Wendy. And I'm glad that she has decided to do what she needed to do for herself. That's all that really matters is herself. Do what you need to do for you. Don't be walking around here stressing yourself out trying to make other people happy. You can't live for your parents. And that's just something that we all have to learn. We can't live for our relatives and what they want. We got to live for ourselves. That's what we got to do. That's really what the moral of the story is. We got to live for ourselves. And when you live for you, everything is cool. Okay. And I know that weight is lifted off of Wendy's shoulders. I just know that it is. And I'm very happy for Wendy. So we get into Karen, her friend Vivian, okay, and then we meet the new girl Stacy. Now Stacy lived in Philly at one point in time when she was doing the QVC stuff, and now she's back in the DMV where she belongs, right? So they talk about the hat tattoo party. You know, Giselle sent them a corny, wacky ass, invite to this damn hat tattoo party and things like that. And, they're all ready for it. Karen is concerned about this party though. And Vivian and Stacy was like, well, why are you so concerned about it? And that's when Karen said, well, the first time she threw me a party, the bitch sat in my seat. And then they showed back the first episode, the first season, where Karen was upset because Giselle sat in the middle seat, and that's supposed to be the birthday girl seat. That little petty shit that they was arguing about in season 1, honey. So then they was like, well, don't think about it like that. Let's just have a good time. We want to celebrate you. We're gonna have a good time. So they started looking at all these different dresses and all these different pink dresses and how they gonna look in them and just all those things. And it was a cute, it was a cute scene. I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a cute little scene. Good to see Karen. Good to see Karen with people that really fuck with her. Let me see. Was the hat tattoo a nod to Robin and her caps? I will hope that the hat tattoo was not a nod to Robin and her Exxon gas station hats that she don't sell no more. I would hope that it wasn't, child. Let me see. Where are we at? So they was looking for dresses and stuff like that. But then Karen noticed that Stacy did not have her ring on. Then when Stacy came in, Karen and Vivian was like, girl, where your ring at? Like, what's going on? Why you ain't got your ring on, girl? Why you ain't got that ring on? What's going on? And so that's when Stacy admitted that she was going through a divorce. She's separating from her husband, for I think 11 years. They met on a plane over 11 years ago, and here they were, but now they're not in the best of places. They're getting divorced. One thing about divorces and breakups and stuff like that, no matter who it is, it's always a terrible sight to see when you see people that was in a relationship and they were together for a long period of time, and then they break up and stuff like that. That's how I felt about Tramiel and his ex-boyfriend, because I really had a lot of respect for his ex-boyfriend at one point in time, and I really liked him. And when they broke up, I was just like, God damn, shit. Like, shit. Like, y'all giving me hope to have a man. That's what I used to say back then. Of course, things have changed now, but back then I was like, y'all gave me hope and see if I could have a man. Now, how the fuck y'all done threw my hope out the goddamn window? You know what I'm saying? But it's always hard and sad to see people, breaking up and stuff like that. But what I will say, when it comes down to Stacy, my first out, because this is our first time seeing Stacy. So the first time I see her, Stacy seems like some fresh energy. She seems, very sweet, very, very demure, very classy. I like her. And she did say that her and Karen are pretty much like the same person. And I can say that I do think that Stacy is giving what Karen used to give back in the day. Catch my drift. Okay. So that's just what I believe. So next thing you know, we getting into the hat tattoo party. Okay. And Giselle and Ashley are the first ones there, and they are discussing Karen's situation. And of course, Ashley has a lot of questions for Karen. She want to know a couple of things from Karen, and she don't feel like Karen is going to want to talk about it because she knows how Karen can be. Karen is going to be like, oh, it's a legal matter. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. So she feels like Karen is going to give them some shit about asking. And, my thing is this. Ashley loved to be asking questions about other folks' business, but couldn't nobody ask her a damn thing when it came down to Michael and the charges that he had. Because wasn't she the first one always talking about it was a damn, it's a legal matter. We can't talk about it. It's a legal matter. We can't talk about it. So when Karen do the same thing, you know what I mean? Then it's like, it's an excuse. Although it can be, but when it come down to Ashley, she did the same damn thing. She didn't want to talk about Michael. So we had to deal with the fact she didn't want to talk about Michael. You know what I'm saying? So what's really going on here? So Ashley, while you sitting up here worried about somebody else's business, why don't you worry about your motherfucking own? What do you mean? I'm just over Ashley. I don't even know why she here. Giselle said that she's invited Wendy to this party. She said she invited Wendy as well as the other girls. And she says that her and Wendy are not in the best of places right now, but she's in a better place. She don't want to be having this mean girl energy. She just lost her father last year, and she just want to let certain things go. Sometimes when you have a major loss, sometimes you do want to, rid yourself of the bad energy or the bad juju or the grudges that you hold. Because when I lost my friend last year, I was doing the same damn thing. When my friend got killed, I was doing the same thing, like burying the hatchet with people that I probably thought I would never bury the hatchet with and things like that. But I don't really, like I said, Giselle is so inauthentic that it's hard for me to believe that that's what she's doing. It's given Robin ain't here, so I gotta be friends with some of you motherfuckers. And that's the only reason why I'm being friends with some of y'all is simply because of the fact that my real friend ain't here. The girl that will hold me down ain't here. So I gotta do what I gotta do to stay afloat on this damn show. So yes, I gotta make it right with Wendy. It's just like, girl, bye. You know what I mean? Like I said, Giselle is not authentic in the least bit. So that's why it's hard for me to believe anything that she's saying. Okay. She need her job and she know that this is her biggest form of income, honey. Let's see what else is going on. So Jacqueline arrives. I don't know why she's arriving. I don't know why she's here. And then Mia and Jazzy arrives. Now, Jazzy is Mia's friend. And when Jazzy and Mia walks in, Jacqueline is looking, I don't know if it was just me or did I feel like Jacqueline was looking at Jazzy with the side eye, like she was very much so jealous to see her walking in with her best friend, Mia. Because the camera kept on looking, the camera kept on cutting from her to Jazzy every 10 seconds. And I'm just like, what's really going on here? What's really going on here? What's really going down? Because at the end of the day, ain't no way in hell that I could have ever, first of all, Jacqueline, you stupid. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have ever been friends with Mia again after the way she embarrassed your ass during season 7. There is no way I could have ever been her motherfucking friend again. Ever. Y'all were friends since y'all was 16. As soon as she brought your ass on the show, she tried to belittle you and tear you down. Like, for real, made you look like a whole charity case and all of those things. And then now you back on this show and you ready to fight for her attention yet again, because that's what it's looking like. I ain't saying that's what you're doing or anything like that, but that's what it's looking like. You right back to fighting her battles again. At least that's what it looked like. You sitting up here up her ass again, and Jazzy with her beautiful ass just walked her ass up in here, and you looking at her like she crazy. But you boo-boo the fool. That's your name from now on, girl. You are boo-boo the fool for ever thinking that Mia was ever your goddamn friend. Because if anybody been my friend since I was 16 and they wait till we get on national TV and shit like that to shit on me, ain't no way in deep that I would ever be cool with her again. Never, ever, 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 ever be cool with her again. But these girls be acting like they slow, like they stupid. Like that's how they be acting. Like, cause ain't no way in deep I could be friends with me again. But that's just my Aquarian ass holding grudges. I can't hold one till you die. I die. Everybody die. I know I can. That ain't nothing ain't nothing to brag about. I'm just telling you that's how it feels. It is what it is. Let's see where we at here. So Jazzy was like, "Hey, Jacqueline. Now I know Mia told me how you are. Now don't try to scratch my eyes out about her." And then here go Jacqueline. "Oh, girl, you're good. The fake pleasantries. These girls are fake. This is why sometimes I be saying I can't be on reality TV, even though I've been kind of swayed to do reality TV, but that's another topic for another day. We'll talk about that another time. But it's just like these fake pleasantries, and you don't want to be bothered with these. It's just stupid. Anyway, so now Wendy comes in, and then she hugs everybody. She said, "Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, girl. Hey, yeah." All that. And Wendy says, Giselle invited me, but I don't think that the invite was an olive branch. I just don't think that the invite is an olive branch. I just don't think it's an olive branch. What I do think that we need to sit down and talk about our relationship for the most part. And I'm just like, why do you want to talk to Giselle about anything, Wendy? Why do you want to talk to Giselle about anything? Why do you even want to have a conversation with Giselle about anything? I wouldn't want to talk to her about nothing. I didn't say I was going to be on the show. I said someone asked me to be on the show. And at first I wasn't down with it, but now I kind of am. But ain't no decision been made. That's all I'm saying. Don't go around telling nobody I'm finna be on no show. It's just a thought. It's just up in the air. But I know that's what people want, like profit. But anyway, but I don't want to talk. Like, here's my thing. I just can't with talking to somebody that don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have a conversation with someone that don't like me. Like, when a person just makes up their mind about not liking me and having this one-sided issue with me, there's nothing to talk about because you have prided yourself on not liking me. You have already decided that you're not going to fuck with me. You have already made it clear that no matter how many times we have a conversation about the same thing, you're not going to like me. So at the end of the day, you can be by yourself. You can have this one-sided issue, but I'm not going to talk to you anymore about it. Like, I'm not interested in being cool with you. I'm not interested in having no issue with you. I'm not interested in doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, because I got enough friends in my life. I got enough people around me. I don't need to add nobody else in my circle, in my personal space that don't like me. I don't need to have no conversation with you. And I understand that this is a reality show and they got to talk and they got to be somewhat cordial. But we can be cordial or not. And I just feel like with Giselle, there has to be a lot of talking for them to be in a good place. Because the fact that Giselle was okay with somebody physically assaulting Wendy and said that she did not care about Wendy, about Mia doing that to her because she didn't like her, that's a problem for me. Because here's the thing. I don't care if I like you or not. If a person had no business putting their hands on you, I'm going to say they had no business putting their hands on you. That person was wrong. I ain't got to like you to tell you what's real and what ain't. What's real is that Mia had no business throwing no drink in Wendy's face. But it just shows the hypocrisy of it all. Because when Monique did that shit to Candace, you was right there with Candace. But you was only right there with Candace simply because of the fact that you don't like Monique. And I've been saying it. So your morals only go with who you don't like. So who you like and don't like. So if I was Wendy, I would not want to have no conversation with Giselle about shit. But we're right back to square one. And we're right back to, I want to keep this chick. I'm going to talk to this muff, whether I like her or not. That's what this is. So then they asked Jazzy who she is, where she from. Jazzy says she's been in the area, but she never just been out, but they just bought a house here. And then I think Jacqueline asked, well, who is your man? What does he do? He plays for the Chiefs or whatever. So she's a football wife or whatever. So they all start asking about Karen. Everybody was like, well, Giselle was like, well, Karen is fashionably late. And then, Giselle said, has anybody talked to Karen besides me? And then that's when Jacqueline said, I've talked to Karen. And then here go Mia. Well, you said that she was drunk when you talked to her, so that doesn't count. So that's when everybody was like, for real? And then I'm just like, Jacqueline knew what she was doing because she was ready to throw that out. I said, here we go. We already got somebody on this motherfucker already ready to kick some shit off. That's what Jacqueline was doing. That shit annoyed the hell out of me because now y'all throwing this drunk shit out and now y'all trying to make it sound like, oh, she's still drinking. Now, granted, if you did talk to her while she was drunk, did it really matter? being that she was at home and not behind nobody's wheel? Is it just me, or does it fucking matter if she was drunk when you talk to her? Long as she drunk in her house sitting on her own couch, does it really matter? Just ask me that. Well, just answer me that, because I want to know if I'm on the wrong side with this. And then she's turned around and say, well, I don't really know if she was drunk or not. That's just what I was thinking. I thought that she was drunk. At least it sounded like she was drunk. It didn't sound like a Karen conversation. It sounded like this. It sounded like that. Girl, it's either she was drunk or she wasn't. Pick your poison, girl. Pick your poison. You feel what I'm saying? Like, girl, no. No. The fuck out of here. Let me see. No, you are right. Okay. It doesn't matter. You are right. She was probably at home and not behind the wheel. She did not have to specify a non-alcoholic drink for her. Jacqueline doing this shit to defend Mia's honor, but these women are not ready for Karen and her shade. They come for her and then be mad when she come for them. That's how I feel too. Okay, so then that's when Stacey and Wendy talk about how they met. And Stacey starts talking about her return to the DMV and how happy she is to be back in the DMV. Then they, there's the hats out there that all the hats got a meaning. They're made a certain type of way. Karen is there at this particular point. She looks amazing. Karen wants to know if anybody got any questions. Jacqueline says that she's just glad that she's okay. Are you really glad that she's okay? Because you just insinuated that this lady was out here drinking and talking to you on the phone. So are you really glad that she's okay? Or are you really glad that you in her motherfucking business? Because which one is it, Jacqueline? Because you're getting on my motherfucking nerves. Okay, like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You motherfuckers is fake. All y'all fake around this month. See, I don't like fake ass people. Like, either you are, you glad that I'm okay and you really care about my well being, or you just here for the mess. And if you here for the mess, I will respect you more if you would just say that. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't care about her well being. They here for the damn mess. See, that's why I can't stand no fake hoes. I just can't. And when I say fake hoes, I'm talking about niggas. I'm talking about it all. I don't like fake people. Like, please don't act like you concerned about me when you know you're not motherfucking concerned about me in the least bit. I don't like that pretend shit. It's either you concerned or you not. And 9 times out of 10, your ass ain't concerned. So get the fuck out of my face. Ooh. Girl. Shout out to the 300 plus that's in the chat, y'all. And it's 300 of y'all up in here. So if you ain't subscribed to the platform, go on and subscribe, baby. Go on and subscribe to the platform if you haven't. So then Stacey says no one should judge. We should just be there for Karen and not judge. No one should judge. Everybody makes mistakes. No one should judge, but we also should hold people accountable when they're wrong. Next thing you know, Karen wants to know who her real friends are because she don't want no fake bitches around her. Her words, not mine. Before anybody try to call me out for calling women bitches, that's what Karen said. And she got a point. She ate their ass up with that. Because at the end of the day, y'all know that y'all not real. A lot of y'all ain't real. A lot of y'all are around just to get some tea. Like y'all TMZ or some shit. Because some of y'all don't care about her well-being. Because let me tell y'all something. Giselle with her tacky ass fashions, she's just there to be messy. She don't really care about Karen for the most part. I think she cares to a certain extent because of their long-standing friendship, but I don't think she cares that much. When it comes down to big-headed ass Ashley, she gonna be somewhere smirking with a Corona light in her damn hand, waiting to question her about whatever's going on. Like, cause you know how she get down. She don't give a fuck about shit. She gonna question her down and all that other stuff. That's what she gonna do. Let's see what else is going on. When it come down to Jacqueline, she don't care either. Mia with her styrofoam cut face ass, she don't give a fuck either because she gonna be messy about it. I think the only one that really cares really is Wendy. Don't nobody else give a Jazzy really don't know Karen like that. And Stacey, she probably care. But these girls don't care. They all fake. Especially Ashley, because I think that Ashley likes to see other people's life blow up like the world trade. I feel like that's what she likes. She likes to see other people's world blow up and throw it in their face so she can have something to talk about, so she won't have to talk about her own life. That's what she does. And that's what she's been doing since the show started. But whatever. Um, let's see. So Giselle invites them to a GNA event. And this GNA event is about, Giselle and Ashley's tacky ass line of clothes or whatever. Then Giselle asks Mia and Jacqueline, have they shared ink yet? Messy, messy, messy. But a good question. Have y'all shared ink yet? Because y'all shared men in the past. Have y'all shared ink yet? And Mia said, oh no, ink doesn't play about me. Ink doesn't play about me either. Ink doesn't play about you, or does ink not play that Sharon shit? It's one or the other. Jacqueline believes that ink is good for Mia. You know what I mean? She thinks that she's good for Mia. Think that he's good for Mia. Um, but she thinks that Gordon was a business arrangement. You would know since you've been around him for all them years. Is it a business arrangement? Because that's what I definitely believe it was. A business arrangement. Because I don't believe Mia ever wanted to be with no damn Gordon. He found her at the strip club. You found her at the strip club. And you found out that he had money and he was married and you was giving Jocelyn. When things don't go your way, the first thing you say is that you gonna take me back to the strip club. You would never take me back to the strip club because I ain't going back. That's what you said. That's what you told him there. You made sure you wouldn't go back to the strip club. Thank you for the $2 super chat. When you have 3 DUIs, though, you get to judge. Okay, let me see. Hera asks, Scotty, I have a question. Does Ink have more money than Gordon? Now that I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Jacqueline is doing what she's doing to stay in Mia's good graces. That I do believe. Okay, and that's really the type of time I was on, and that's what I believe. I definitely believe that that's what that was. She says that Gordon is leaning on her, and Ink even said that Ink is folding Gordon's drawers and shit. And I'm just like, girl, what? Giselle and Karen then called out Mia about how she didn't put her kids, how Mia didn't put her kids first in this whole situation with Gordon and Ink. And that's when Mia started crying and shit. But the thing is, it's funny how Giselle says that Mia didn't put her kids first in that whole thing. Because I've always felt like Giselle didn't put her kids first when she got back with Jamal. But then again, Mia started crying because she don't want nobody talking about her relationship. And I don't necessarily believe that Mia's protecting her kids either. Now, although I don't like the messenger actually has a damn point in this whole situation. And I feel like Mia does a lot of exploiting when it comes down to her children and her mama. You know what I mean? Because ever since Mia been on this show, she been exploiting shit. She exploited her mom and her drug use. And then when somebody used the mama's drug use against her, then she want to get all upset and say, don't talk about my mama. Well, didn't really use the drug use. The girl just said your mama, and then act as if Candace knew about the drug situation. You know what I mean? But you mad at Giselle and you mad at Karen for talking about you not protecting your kids, but in the same breath, you're not necessarily protecting your kids because you're putting them in the line of fire by exploiting this whole situation on national television. That's what you fail to realize. You're exploiting your kids on national TV with this whole thing. You want to cry and storm out and, do all this extra shit like you so hurt about what they said. And yeah, it is your fault. It is your fault that your kids are exposed to the things that they're going to see as they get older because you sitting on national TV, arguing with your husband about whether or not the son that y'all raising together is even his. So how do you think your son gonna feel when he watches that and know that you brought him into a lie? You didn't even know who the damn father was. Had this boy thinking that Gordon was his dad all this time, and Gordon was not his damn daddy. Yeah, he was his father in any way that mattered, of course, but you know, you wasn't being completely honest. So I just feel like Mia is on some fake ass shit, as she always is. She wants somebody to feel bad for her, and I don't. I don't feel bad for Mia at all. So she can miss me with the bullshit, honestly. I don't feel bad for her because you always exploiting shit. You always exploiting shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, bye. You put this out there. You put this on blast. So you may as well just deal with the shit. Face the consequences. And you put this shit out here and you gave everybody else a reason to discuss it. Yeah, you did that. That's why they're talking about it. Because you put it out there to be discussed. Because you want to make it, because you want to have this grand ass storyline. And you looking a fool right now and you can't take it. Get the fuck out of here. I do not want to see that play out. It's embarrassing to the kid. Right. I didn't even remember the show premiered today. Lord Mims. Yeah, it premiered tonight. It was pretty good to me, in my opinion, though. But, girl, what? And I guess it's going to be a to be continued episode because she, you know, she ran in the bathroom doing all that extra shit and all that. So it is what it is. Was Candace missed? Yes, she was. I'm sitting on the bed, charging my phone, typing. Let me just go finish watching Scotty on my TV. Ah, thank you, Shar. Gordon should have stayed with his first wife and left Mama Mia at the strip club. That's probably what he should have done. You know what I mean? But that's all I got for my review, you guys. Like I said, this was a pretty decent episode, though. It was good to me. Like, I was actually engaged. I give this episode a B plus. That's what I give it because I was engaged. Like, I was enjoying it. You know, it was a decent, you know, beginning. You know, this is a new cast. It's been rebooted, retooled. So we got to give it a little bit of time to really, you know, escalate and things like that. But I think it's gonna be okay. I'm looking forward to reviewing this for the rest of the season, and I'm looking forward to doing the panel tomorrow. So make sure you guys are in the building tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time to tune in to the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Make sure you tune in to see Scotty, T, Really Be, Ya, and Sakina tomorrow right here on my platform. The link is already up. It's already in the playlist. Go ahead and do your thing. All right. So with that being said, you guys, I am out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys on the panel tomorrow. And it may be a video before that. Who knows? I don't know. It just depends on what's going on tomorrow. And I'm out of here, and I will leave you guys with Bando featuring Alana the Blonde. Don't sweat. Bye, y'all.
Don't shake your ass, booty acting up. Don't grab your drinks, baby, pass the Dutch. Damn, shorty bad, looking bad as fuck. Don't sweat it, ain't no competition, I said it. Don't exist to the beef, motherfucker, I did it. Pull up, knock your coins like Mario. Couldn't stop me do 100 miles of cardio. Damn. You niggas stay faking, you niggas stay hating, you niggas so basic. You felt the whistle, don't test me, nigga. My team leave the weapon, Joe Pesci, nigga. They hate to see me win, so I cause them frustration. Hate to see my name, so I give them penetration. Bro, running this race on you fucking lanes. Spin the block, big bow, bitch, tucking chain. Bam.
Nigga hot, don't sweat, don't stop, don't sweat. Nigga hot, don't sweat.